Hi, welcome to MAT1007, which is Mathematical Tools for Scientists. My name is Claire Blackman, and I am the course coordinator and lecturer, and I'll be taking one of the tutorial groups. If you have any questions about the administration or the content of the course, then please drop me an email, because sadly we can't meet in person because Corona, and we're doing this whole thing online. Just to give you a little bit of background, I only arrived in Maastricht in January this year. Before that, I was at the University of Cape Town, teaching maths in the maths department. Before that, I was in the US, in the UK, and I started out my academic career doing a PhD in astrophysics in Cape Town. I'm really looking forward to teaching this course because my passion is figuring out how to apply maths in as many different ways as possible. So this is a great course for that. If you ever see me out and about in Maastricht, you'll probably see me with my incredibly cute dog, Freddie. Joining me on the team, we have three fantastic tutors, Saeed, Sangeeta, and Sean. You'll be meeting them properly in the Q&A on Tuesday, but I highly recommend that you get to know them because they all have very interesting mathematical backgrounds and they're applying maths in areas that you mightn't really expect maths to be applied. So really great tutors to have on this course. So I want to spend a little bit of time just talking through what the course is about, and then we'll look at how the course is going to run. So what exactly is this MAT1007 thing? Well, it's going to build on the mathematical tools that you developed if you took Physics 1101, and going to introduce a few more important mathematical tools that are applicable throughout the sciences. This isn't really a course for people who are going into things like physics or mathematics. It's for people who are going to be applying maths in other disciplines, biology, chemistry, things like that. What we're going to cover is we're going to look at exponential growth and decay. We're going to look a bit more at differentiation and integration, so some things that you possibly haven't seen in those topics yet. We're going to look at differential equations and mathematical series, and then probably a little bit at vectors and a little bit of matrices. But the whole focus of this course is really to look at tools which are useful across the spectrum in the sciences. So our aim is very much to apply useful mathematical techniques. So how will the course run? Well, as you know, our period is 8 weeks long, which includes our final exam week. Unfortunately, as I said, we're having to deliver it entirely online, except for the final exam. As far as I know, that's going to be in person, but you know how things are going at the moment, so I will keep you updated as I have more information. We do have quite a few public holidays during P5, period 5, so please just keep an eye on the timetable. I have drafted one and put it on the Canvas website. Yeah, so just keep an eye on that to find out exactly when your tutorials are and things like that. So we have 3 main types of sessions. The first is obviously the lectures, which are going to be pre-recorded by me, and they are remote. Unfortunately, we can't do any of the in-person attendance stuff. So we've also decided that they're going to be asynchronous. So you watch them in your own time, ideally before the Q&A, which is on Tuesday afternoons. So I will have the videos up Monday morning. So you've got the whole of Monday and half of Tuesday to watch the videos, except for the first week because Monday is Easter Monday, and I don't kind of expect you to be madly doing maths on that. So the lectures will be definitely up at the start of Tuesday, but after that, Mondays. So once you've looked and watched the lecture video, then we have a Q&A session. So this is going to also be run by me. It is remote, so it'll be via Zoom, but it is going to be synchronous. So all connect via Zoom on Tuesdays from 1:30 to 3:30. And you'll have the link you'll have the Zoom link on Canvas. I know that there are some people who have clashes, so they aren't able to attend the Q&A at that time, and that's totally fine. It's not compulsory. If you have any questions and you can't be at the Q&A, just email me. We can also set up a Zoom meeting, anything like that. It's not a problem. Yeah, so the Q&A is really just a chance for you to dig a little bit deeper, ask any questions for things that were not clear in the lectures, see where things might go, sort of dig a bit deeper, things like that. but not compulsory. So the main work for the course actually, as you know, gets done in the tutorials. So we have 4 tutors, myself and the 3 people on our tutor team. Again, remote via Zoom, and these are synchronous. So Tuesday afternoons and Friday afternoons. So you'll need to check your timetable. The ones on Tuesday are from 4 to 6, but there are 2 different time slots on Fridays. So just check which one you're in and let me know if there are any issues there. So the tutorials, you'll work in smaller groups, in breakout groups, and then come together in bigger groups. And the idea is really this is where you actually get to grips with the material. I don't think one can really learn maths by watching videos. One has to learn maths by doing. So that's what you're going to do in the tutorials. So I'm sure you're wondering how we're going to assess this course. I've thought about this quite a lot. What I really hope to get from this, course, is that you have some useful mathematical tools that you can use, but more particularly that you know how to apply and you know how to understand when they've been applied in different disciplines. So in order to do that, we kind of need to look at 2 different kind of aspects of learning the mathematics. On the one hand, there's just learning the technical stuff. That's like learning the vocab when you're learning a new language. And to help with that, we're going to have 5 online quizzes. There's going to be 1 week where you don't have a quiz because that's when you're going to have your midterm. We're using a platform called WebWorks, and I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. So the online quizzes are really going to be for you to get to grips with the technical math stuff that we're learning. Then we'll have a midterm test, so that's going to count 25% of your grade. I've got to say the online quizzes count a total of 15%, so that's 3% each. Midterm test, so that's going to look at both technical skills, but also a little bit of interpretation, seeing how we can use maths in different situations. And then 1 written assignment, which you mightn't have been expecting from a maths course, but this is a chance for you to have a look at maths in your discipline. And then, of course, the final exam, and that's going to count 40% of your grade. So just talking through these a little bit more, as I said, we'll be using WebWork for our online quiz, which is a pretty good online maths quiz generating tool. I will send you a login in the first week, either Monday or Tuesday, depending on how technology goes, because sometimes technology does not work. They're roughly due every week, except for, as I said, the week where there's a midterm. What I would say is I've put the due dates on the schedule, but it's more important that you do the work than that you kind of madly just scramble and hand in a half-finished quiz. I know that life gets tough. I know that you have other deadlines. So if you feel like you're not going to be able to do a good job on the quiz, please just click on request extension within WebAssign in the particular quiz, and I will gladly give you an extension. I care more about you doing the work than that you finish it on time, because this is where you actually start to learn stuff. Just request an extension if you need it. I know we're living in crazy times. Okay, however, we are going to have a midterm, and because our final exam is going to be in person and it's going to be proctored and all of that, I want to have an opportunity for you to kind of experience writing maths a little bit under pressure, because that's kind of what happens with the final. So a midterm is going to be online and synchronous. It is remote, however, and I've scheduled it for Friday the 30th of April during one of the tutorial slots from 1:30 to 3:30. If you have a conflict, then please let me know as soon as possible and we will make a plan. So don't freak out, we'll make a plan. So the midterm, I will put it up on Canvas. You will have 2 hours to write your answers and then obviously take photos or scan it, upload it to the assignments page. And I've just put here, non-submission is not an option. If you are wanting to at least keep the option of having a resit if things don't go so well, you need to submit everything, at least try everything. So it's not going to be an insane midterm. you can give it a try. Then there's also this written assignment. My idea is that you'll have just a short written assignment that gives you a chance to look at how maths gets used in the discipline of your choice, because otherwise, what's the point of this course? It is due at 6 o'clock on Monday the 17th of May, and I will give you more details in a little while. And then, of course, the final exam. So as far as we know at the moment, final exam is going to be in person. So if you think you might have issues with getting to Maastricht, if you're not here already, let me know and we'll see what we can do. Currently, it's scheduled from 1:30 to 3:30 on Tuesday, the 25th of May. But as you know, schedules change, things change. I will keep you updated as best I can. So hopefully this won't apply to you, but there will be resets if you fail the course overall, so you get a score of less than 5.5 out of 10, then you can reset the final exam. There are a couple of conditions, however. You need to have met the attendance requirement, so please go to your tutorials, at least 85%, and have tried everything. So have submitted something for the midterm, have submitted a written assignment. That said, I really do understand that we're living in crazy times. And to me, it's more important that you let me know as soon as possible if you're having issues, because then we can make a plan. I'm delighted to make plans and help people, but you just need to let me know. So please, if things are going pear-shaped, just drop me an email. We will figure it out. As I say, life is crazy. I just moved from South Africa to here in the middle of a global pandemic and a lockdown. So I get that crazy stuff happens. Just let me know. And that is pretty much the introduction to how the course is going to run. Now, I've tried to put everything on the Canvas page. Obviously, I might have forgotten something, but if you've got any questions, please first do head to the Canvas page, and then if you can't find it there, email me. So let's just take a quick look at the Canvas page, and I'll show you where everything is and what things are going to look like. All right, so let's just have a quick look through our Canvas page. There's nothing particularly fancy about it. It's got the usual things. So on the home page, you can read a little bit about the course. I think we've already talked through that. If you head to the overview, then that will take you to your timetable, so you can check exactly when the Q&As are and also which tutorial group you've been allocated. And just a little discussion, as we've said, about the 3 different types of sessions that we've got. And you can also see what we'll be covering each week. Heading back to the home page, if you want to contact anyone involved in the course, there are my contact details and the contact details for our 3 fabulous tutors. And finally, if you head to resources, that gives you links to the textbook that we'll be using. Don't worry, we're not using all of it, we're just using selected bits, but we do need each of the 3 volumes. Okay, if you head to syllabus, I've tried to put together all the information that you need time-wise in one place. So here you can see in each week what we will be covering, broadly speaking, and then which sessions we've got. So we've always got a Q&A on Tuesday at 1:30 and a tutorial at 4. On Fridays, your tutorial will either be at 1:30 or 4 o'clock. Please check your timetable. And then I have an extra column if there are any things that are due. So usually you'll have an online quiz due on Friday at 6 p.m. But as I said a little bit earlier, if you need an extension, just ask. So you can see all the way through there. There's our midterm on Friday the 30th and all the way through to our exam. I'm hoping that things will stay like this, but I will keep you updated if anything changes. So most of the content that you're going to be needing is under the modules. So we have the course manual, of course, under the welcome module, which has all the information that we've been through in this lecture, but you can just read it for yourself. And then each week we will have a variety of things available. So the first thing is I will put up the PowerPoint slides for the lecture. What I'm going to do is break each lecture down because I don't think having 2 hours of me talking in a single video is a good idea. So there'll usually be 2 or 3 parts to the lecture videos, and each part will have PowerPoint slides and also videos. So as you can see here, I haven't uploaded the other 2 parts, but those will be coming by Tuesday morning. Then there's also your tutorial. So there'll be 1 tutorial sheet for both tutorials each week. So you'll cover the material from this particular tutorial on both Tuesday and Friday. So there'll be some warm-up questions, so that's looking at the technical stuff, and then a little bit of a kind of application question, and then really a longer question looking at how we actually use the mathematics that we've just learned in a real-world case. So we'll hopefully have that each week. So at the moment we've only got the module for week 1. Week 2 will be up by Monday week. As soon as there's been anything that can be assessed, you can come and check your grades here, and I will be adding an assignment tab for the various assignments. I'll also be adding links to the web work quizzes, which will probably go under modules. If you want to join the Q&A on Tuesday, then I will put a link here for the Zoom link, and similarly Zoom links for the various tutorials. So it's a pretty standard Canvas page. I hope that everything is on there. If you feel like there's something that should be there that isn't, then please let me know. And I think that's about all I have for you around the admin of the course. As I say, any questions, please drop me an email. And if you're keen to get started, then you can head over to the Canvas page to week 1. The second and third parts of the lecture will definitely be up by Tuesday morning. Welcome to MAT1007. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too.